streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you. I just say thank you very much. Give yourselves a huge hand. Just this past Monday, I was speaking on the south side of this Capitol at a freedom rally where a group of very good friends of mine and brothers are fighting for their rights to ride their motorcycles. To fighting for our rights to keep their pipes loud enough so we can be heard by people riding in cars that are too quiet. So, you know, it doesn't make any sense. The people in this building particularly are picking and choosing what constitutional rights they like and which ones they don't. There's a unique argument that's coming out lately that just blows my mind. The forefathers, when they thought about the Second Amendment, were talking about the citizenry and a well-regulated militia owning muskets. And, well, that's what the government had too. They had muskets, they had cannons. Well, muskets killed millions. You're absolutely, by governments, foreign and domestic, unfortunately. And I take my musket personally up against a lot of really good modern day weapons. I've been a national black powder champion in this country a few times. And I own a few weapons myself of that caliber. I don't know if my old 1814 69 caliber smoothbore Harper's Ferry flintlock would be considered a military aspect gun or not these days. I'm just not sure. But I'll tell you this. I served this country in the United States Marine Corps when I was 17. I'm one of those high school dropouts. I'm one of those guys that I had a choice at that point. You know, I wasn't making some right decisions as a child, and I'm not perfect. The Marine Corps didn't make me perfect. They made me a man. I'll give that. And I need to say this real loud and clear because everybody needs to understand that the oath that I took the day that I graduated boot camp in Paris Island, where I swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of this United States of America, has no expiration date. It does not expire. The oath that I took here in Sacramento County when I won election here just past November to hold a seat on the Republican Central Committee to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the state of California, it doesn't expire either. It just keeps adding on to the statute of limitations there. I did something kind of silly in 2008. I got really sick, like a lot of people I'm hearing about, here in California especially. I got sick of the Republican Party. I got really fed up with what I perceived as lack of inaction, some incohesiveness, some miscommunication, party infighting, call it what you want. So I left. I went declined to state. And I thought, wow, that felt great. I was stupid. I'm just going to say it straight out. It was wrong. It was stupid. I thought, okay, now I have just taken every opportunity that I had to get in and actually fix something and surrendered ground. And wait a second, I'm a Marine. I don't surrender squat. I'm certainly not going to surrender my birthright that's built in the Constitution of the United States of America. 10 little numbers, 1 through 10. It's amazing, going back to that same argument about muskets, those First Amendments are really protected by the Second. They don't want to talk about that. When they say they can't have envisioned, our forefathers couldn't have envisioned all the modern weapons that we're dealing with today, AK-47, they call them machine guns. I know better than that. You do too. AR-15s or whatever. But they love to have their First Amendment protected when it comes to the internet. I'm sure our forefathers thought about that. Al Gore's one of our forefathers, right? Yeah, you son of a gun. Just listen to him talk about it. I'm sure they couldn't have even imagined the radio. Wes? They couldn't have imagined the radio. I've done a little time on the radio. They couldn't imagine television. But should we ban that? I think in a lot of cases that'd be okay with me. I'm not going to sing some of those Willie songs, whatever. But we're here. I'm not here to ask a question. I'm not here to beg people in this building. Washington, D.C. is one thing. That's my hometown, just so you know. Born and raised. My family has a long history of patriots. They fought in every single war this country has ever been involved in, from the very beginning to the very current. All right? And you're welcome. And it's been our honor. And we'll do it. And my kids will do it. I hope they don't have to, but they will. All right? And I know yours will too. It's really good that we're all here today, but we all have to be here more than just today. We all have to be here more than just on election day. Okay? We all have to be there more than just on our couches and Facebook and whining and moaning about the things that we don't like. We have to make sure that people in this building who are already dead set on, they've already introduced legislation. Shoot, SB 53, introduced by DeLeon here on Thursday, is being filled in. Yeah, Senator Leland Lee signed on to it, Skinner signed on to it, but Steinberg has signed on to it. My senator right here supposedly represents me. He signed on to this bill. It's starting to fill in now. And what it looks like it's going to be is a requirement that for ammunition purposes, or ammunition purchases in the state of California, we're going to be required to get a license through the Department of Justice. All right? This is what they're doing. We're going to have to get a license through the Department of Justice to buy ammunition, all right? Then, to go and rebuy ammunition, they're going to require us to account for the ammunition that we've spent, what it was bought for. Yeah, that's serious. This is what they're going to do. And you know what? They have 2/3 supermajorities in both houses of this building. They can do it. They can do it. Don't be mistaken about it. It's not about if it's going to happen here in California. It's about when. It's happening. It's under attack. They are trying to take our rights from us, our birthrights. And they don't understand shall not be infringed. And if we're not here walking these halls and knocking on doors every single day, or you're not sending people up here either with financial support or making phone calls, sending emails, you're not doing your part.
Right.
You're leaving us out here with our tails hanging out, and it's hard. It's hard. I'm a volunteer. I do a lot. I've got titles and all this crap, I'm president of Sacramento Republican Assembly. Great. I'm on the County Central Committee, Republican Party that I quit and came back to, and then was promoted by the county chair to the Sergeant at Arms for the County Central Committee. It's cool, right? I'm on the state board of the California Republican Assembly. That's all great, whatever, okay? But I had to get in these places. I had to do these things so that we could start fighting the fight from inside our own forces. Because believe it, there are people inside our own parties that want things to be confusing. There are moneyed interests out there that support both the left and the right. And they like the division and the friction that it causes us because it keeps us sitting behind Facebook computers and whatever else is out there instead of coming up here. Taking our time out on a Saturday with our families and our fellow American patriots to demand something that we already have not be taken away. They don't have the right to take my rights away. Not in this building, not in the building in Washington, D.C., and not across every other state in the country, the United States of America, that is doing the same thing we are today, demanding guns across America. Our rights shall not be infringed. Yeah. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless my brothers and my sisters. Thank you very much.